Well, good evening, everyone. It's my very great pleasure to be here tonight and to introduce you to unlocking the power of NRF2 in our hair care. Basically, my name is Trish Hunt. For those that don't know me, I've been around the beauty industry for quite a long time. Probably one of the things that people don't know about me is I was a rep for a hair care supply company for about 4 years. And in that time, I did the study of trichology, which is all about the scalp and the problems and diseases or whatever interruptions you can have with the scalp and how you have to treat the scalp. So I did that, and I was very passionate about it, because if you've got a really dry, irritated, unhappy scalp, it doesn't feel nice. Okay. So I just say this disclaimer: the following information is intended for general information and purposes only, should not be interpreted as a medical advice or a substitute for professional medical consultation. It's important to consult with your qualified healthcare professional, medical practitioner, before making any decisions, taking action relating to disease or medical conditions. The statements made regarding specific products and treatments offered by LifeVantage has been evaluated by the regulatory bodies such as the Food and Drug Administration and the TGA in Australia. LifeVantage is based on their own research, studies and customer testimonials, which may not be universally applicable. So, and it goes on to say that's what we're all about. So we will share tonight with you caring for our scalp and our hair. And what is NRF2 hair care? And what is our point of difference? And your opinion now knowing this information. So, caring for our scalp and hair. We have the same skin on our scalp as we do everywhere else in our body. And it's about 7.5 on the alkaline scale. So if we're putting on very harsh chemicals that strip the natural oils out, we're going to end up having hair loss, and many things can impact on that, which we'll cover off in a minute. So hair follicles. Hair on each of our scalps grow from a hair follicle. It's a tiny pocket in the skin. And the number of hair follicles you have is largely generated by your genetics. All of my children are genetically challenged in their hair department, as is their mother and their father. They lucked out big time. Hair growth is one of the fastest growing tissues in the human body, which is really interesting. And its growth rate can vary amongst individuals. The skin on your scalp is important as the skin elsewhere. A healthy scalp is essential for healthy growth. The sebaceous glands on the scalp produce the sebum, a natural oil that moisturizes and protects both the scalp and the hair. And that's very important. And it's very important to understand when you're washing your hair, and I cringe if people are washing their hair 2 or 3 times a week. I think, oh my God, they're stripping out their natural oil. It's much better not to do that. It's normal to lose 50 to 100 hairs per day due to the natural growth cycle. Excessive hair loss can be caused by genetic stress or medical conditions, Georgie, as we know. Moving right along. Okay, so hair and scalp facts. It's common scalp conditions including dandruff, psoriasis, seborrheic dermatitis, which is a dermatitis that's not very pleasant. These conditions can affect both the scalp's health and the appearance of the hair. It can be very dried out because it leaves the cuticle open, and so the environment sucks all the moisture out. The texture is determined by the shape of the hair follicle. The round follicle produces straight hair, so every follicle on my head is round. And the oval shape produces lovely curly hair, which my granddaughter has, and I'm very chuffed about it. Hair color is influenced by the melanin, a pigment produced by the melanocytes in the hair follicles. And as we age, the melanin product decreases, leading to grey hair. Using protective measures is important for maintaining health and healthy hair. Healthcare products, the type of healthcare products you use, including shampoos and conditioners, styling products, can impact the health and appearance of your hair and your scalp. And choosing products that suit your hair is really important. And so my hair's very fine, so I have to be very careful. So when I'm using a product, I have to use a very small amount. So for me, our shampoo would last 18 months because I only use a very tiny amount. And because it doesn't have lots of nasty chemicals to make it bubble, it cleans the hair without stripping it. Okay, the effects of oxidative stress on our hair. Oxidative stress. These apples demonstrate how oxidative stress breaks down your cells, causing premature aging and disease. And you can see the green apple's nice and plump, and you can see how it ages. And that's exactly what happens to our hair follicles as well. And that also happens much faster when we're struggling with stress. The effects of oxidative stress on our hair. Oxidative stress can be significantly speeded up the aging process of scalp and hair. It's strongly associated with dermatological scalp conditions, the effects of which can wreak havoc on the health of the hair and the scalp. And here are some of the effects of oxidative stress. So if you look over here, you'll see premature graying, hair loss because the hair follicle stops growing. Sometimes it's there, it just needs to be reactivated. Brittle hair, which is what I was talking about before, where the environment, the cuticle is open and the environment sucks the moisture out. Dull and faded hair, dry and frizzy hair, again, the cuticle's open. So when you're actually shampooing your hair, you're opening the cuticle to bring out all the dirt and grime that's in there. And when you condition the hair, you're shutting the cuticle down. So you're trapping the hair cuticle so it's smooth and it doesn't allow the environment to leach the hydration out. Scalp problems such as itchiness and inflammation and dandruff. And dandruff particularly isn't very good for women because we wear a lot of black clothing and it's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing when we have that happen. And I had a girlfriend who had chronic dandruff until she started using our products. How can we protect ourselves from the effects of hair damage caused by oxidative stress? Well, that's a good question. Caring for our scalp and hair. What is NRF2 hair care and what does it do? So let's have a little look. The TrueScience hair care system, and I want to emphasize this, it's a system. It's designed for biohackers. It's scientifically engineered with the NRF2 ingredients, the most recent advances in science for super clean formula that actually works. Invigorating shampoo, it has a beautiful, nourishing conditioner, and the most important is this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful serum. It's a beautiful product, and Margie just loves it. She loves using it, and it's really enhanced her hair. This shampoo is invigorating. It's a peppermint. It smells beautiful. It's a very cooling shampoo to the scalp. It's very mild surfactants, and it has added amino acids that blend. The blend makes your hair clean without drying out your scalp, without, in other words, stripping all the beautiful oils that you need to leave on your scalp. Nourishing conditioner. Now, the really interesting thing about our products is they're very, very concentrated. So the least amount you use, the better. So for me, I use the size of a 1-cent coin in the conditioner because that's really all I need. So nourishing formula to help your hair feel soft and smooth. Weightless conditioner will give you fuller and thicker hair. The biggest problem I see when people use these products is they overuse them. They use too much, and it's not meant to be used like that. So we have this wonderful scalp serum. Now, we've won some Stevie Awards for this serum because it is outstanding. It nourishes your scalp to maintain a normal balance of scalp microflora to support normal hair growth and healthy hair look. Is as Alki Scalp provides scalp comfort and hair beauty by maintaining a healthy scalp microflora. The hair gentle, rich in peptides. Peptides are absolutely amazing. And what they do is they go into the dermis of the skin on the scalp, and they start to trigger up your collagen production as well. The peptides come from Picha minuta, which is isolated from the flowers of azaleas. Isn't that lovely? Acts on 3 regulation mechanisms of supporting normal hair growth. Lentillus protects and repairs damaged hair caused by the environment assaults, and it also is wonderful to smooth out any scalp irritations that you might have. And I had quite a lot when I first started using this product, and gradually that's gone completely and I don't have that anymore. So I absolutely love this serum. I think it's one of the best products I've ever used. What are the benefits? Well, it's a clean formula. Very interestingly, when we put toxic chemicals on our skin, it takes 20 seconds for those chemicals to enter our bloodstream, and those chemicals then impact on our endocrine system. So the least amount of chemicals we can put into our system, the better. And anybody like me or you, Georgie, who's had a cancer journey, really needs to look at not having chemical-based products. And some of the dirtiest products on the market are the shampoos and conditioners. Protects against environmental assaults. It's mindfully formulated with the NRF2 ingredient, which helps to regenerate at a cellular level. Improve shine and body for fuller, thicker looking hair, providing you don't overuse it, because I stress again, it needs to be used very lightly. So you have 58% less hair breakage, and this has been clinically tested, not something I'm saying. It increases the hair volume by 38%. It increases the hair shine by 44%. And the reduction in the scalp dryness is 51%. And people who struggle with scalp irritations will find that that smooths out, and their dandruff is certainly much, much better because they're using these products. So these are some of our results, because stories tell. So you can see what I mean by this girl here in November the 1st. She has very open cuticle. Now it's smooth at the top where the oil-based scalp is bleeding down. But as it comes down, you can see her hair follicle is open and the moisture is being sucked out. And then you can see in the next photo, the whole shaft of the hair is closed. She's got more shine. She's got less frizz. Again, this girl's hair was pretty stressed, and then it's very full and shiny. This person here was struggling with the bald patch on the top of his head, and now look, and they are results. That's only 1 month. That's 1 month this man's had this result. So it does actually work. And again, you can see this woman's, the hair shaft is dreadful. It's wide open. The moisture is being sucked out of it, and it's just looking very stressed. And here we are with a very smooth shaft that's looking beautiful and hydrated. And in this country, the game is to keep your hair hydrated. Otherwise, you'll end up like this poor girl who has alopecia. And look, that's before. This is 2 weeks. This is 2 months. This girl wore a wig, I believe. She was, quite embarrassed by her hair. Here again, we can see the hair shaft is very stressed, very dehydrated, all the hydration gone, and then again, very smooth. This is Rachel. Rachel was doing all sorts of terrible things to her hair. She had all sorts of infills in there. She took them all out, and this is her hair after she really had a concerted effort to get it healthy again. And that's only her hair now. And again, you can see this lady's had a great result. Don't know, some of these might be Margie's friends. Margie's had some beautiful results with her male friends who've been bald, and now their hair's growing back quite well. So this definitely works. It definitely smooths out. Again, you can see this man's hair is so much thicker. This is prior to collagen, by the way. This is just purely with our shampoo and conditioner. So can you just imagine what happens when you use it in conjunction with a collagen? You end up like me, having to have a haircut every 12 weeks, which is something I never used to do. Caring for our scalp and hair, and what is in the hair care, and our point of difference. So some of the awful toxic ingredients that are in our hair care are sulfates, parabens, formaldehyde, polyurethane, and glycols. Glycol is a terrible thing. It's a known carcinogenic. Silicons that are horrible, and many more other horrible things. And here's what they do in the hair. Sodium lauryl sulfate is a known carcinogenic. And there's no difference in the sodium lauryl sulfate. Well, the only difference in sodium lauryl sulfate in our hair care product, as opposed to what they use to clean the big Boeing planes, the big jets, is one is kept in a sterilized container and the other one isn't. It's exactly the same chemical, which is pretty scary because it cleans all the diesel grease off airplanes. You never want to put that on your body, ever. Parabens, horrible things. Formaldehyde, I mean, they actually use it for dead people. So I don't really want to use it on my skin, on my scalp, and I don't think anybody else does. And silicons, while not necessarily harmful, silicons are often found in products and can cause build up on the hair shaft. And what actually happens when you build up on the hair shaft starts to break off. If you've got really fine hair, you'll see breakage all over the place. And quite often, to get that silicon off, you have to do a very intense chemical treatment to get it off. These are pegs. They're used as emollients and thickeners on various hair products and compounds. They're not good to have on your body. And as I said, they're not good to have in your bloodstream. If you're wondering why your endocrine systems are getting messed up, it's because of all those nasty chemicals that we didn't use. When I was a kid, we washed our hair in sunlight soap. I bet you know that soap, Georgie. So it's clean. It's a clean formula, paraben-free without parabens. It's phenolate-free, sulfates, SLS and SLES-free. It's gluten-free, and it's clean fragrance. It's not an alcohol-based fragrance that will again dry out your hair. Hey. So on the Think Dirty app rating, our TrueScience hair care system proudly boasts a rating of 0 to 1, verified non-toxic through rigorous third-party testing. And this is very significant. It's important that people know about the Think Dirty app, because when you've got it and you look at the chemicals in some of your products, it would scare the daylights out of you. So we, in 2019, won the Silver Stevie Award for our hair care system. And we also were the Dirty Thinkers Choice Award in 2018 for our scalp serum, which is very significant. So don't just hand these out because they like us. We have to prove that we've done the right thing. Caring for our scalp and hair. What is the NRF2 hair care? Point of difference. I think she's added that in there twice. The LifeVantage company, master of cellular health. The point of difference, leaders in activators, not supplements. 4 decades of science to develop our first activator, Protandem NRF2. The only NRF2 activator after 20 years. And I may add that that has 30 years of patents on it. And when I looked at that product, I was blown away. We're the only company in the world that has that product. Many scientists are trying to create a chemical version right now. Our liquid collagen launched on the 3rd of March, 2023 in Australia and New Zealand. And it's interesting to note that they predicted we'd do $12 million in 1 year. And I think we did 37.5 million. It's a brilliant product. Proven track record. We're a publicly traded company. We're a safe business. We're over 20 years of product manufacturing experience and over 2.5 billion products sold. We're NASDAQ listed, and recently we're invited to ring the closing bell on NASDAQ week for being the company with the most innovative product, and that was collagen. We're a member of the Direct Selling Association of not only America, but of Australia. And all of our products are therapeutically goods administrated, approved. And you can find those approval numbers on the bottles. So the hair care system in Australia is $171. The shampoo is $52.88. The conditioner is $67.88. And the scalp serum is $87.75. But when you look at those prices, which is $171, I've had my shampoo and conditioner for 18 months, and I'm probably a quarter of a way through because I know not to use a lot. And, you put it in your hand, you put it in your hair. You don't put it on, you rub it together, put it through your hair. The serum is wonderful. The New Zealand price is $217.13. And you can see that the shampoo is $66.38. The conditioner is $75.50. And the scalp serum is $109.13. And the wonderful thing about this company is in the month of gearing up for Father's Day, we all got free serum. How awesome is that? I mean, I think I've got 3 boxes. So that's a pretty good deal. So that's LifeVantage. I'm very proudly a member of LifeVantage. I've been here since 2018. I have a wonderful business. I think it's a wonderful company. And I want to thank you all for joining us tonight.